Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Journals. Welcome back to my channel and to another Plan With Me video. I am good words there, Tilly. I am back planning the week of the 19th of August in my A5 wide Tilly Journals inserts, and I am using the Poolside kit from Plannerface. I do PR for Plannerface, so you can use Tilly to save 10% and get a PR freebie, which are seasonal freebies. I am also pairing this with a sparkly magenta foil bundle from Scribble Prints Co, as well as checkered green underlays from my own shop, Tilly Journals, which will be opening soon. I believe it's Monday it's opening by the time you see this video, which is really scary because at the moment I'm not at all prepared, but hopefully by the time you're seeing this video I will be. So, just going to talk about the books that I finished this week. I did finish I finished 4 books this week, but I'm not going to talk about one of them. But yeah, I did finish 3 books. So, I think probably anything else I have to say about the base. This art is by Kintnish Jess. It is super cute. I absolutely love it. The bright colours are everything to me, and whilst the magenta of the overlays isn't quite the same magenta as the one in the kits, I do think it's still really cute and it works really well. So that's kind of what we're working with, and yeah, I think it's probably time to get onto the books this week that I read this week. So in my sidebar I have left an empty box. If you've been watching videos, you do know that I'm just not sharing something at the moment, and I may not share it, I may, who knows, but yeah. That's just about that. And then I have put the 4 books I've read, and I also put that my highlight of the week is my bathroom project, because we were working quite hard on the bathroom this week, and we actually bought we bought our tiles and our bath from a bathroom shop on the Saturday, so that felt like quite a big step in that direction. So yeah. So moving on to the books I read. So the first one that I finished was I Like Me Better by Susan Rennie. So this is about Hadley, and I can't remember the guy's name, that's really bad, it's a romance book. So Hadley doesn't have things easy. She's had to drop out of college and now manages a bakery. So when the beloved owner dies and her old rival, the owner's son, comes and starts interfering, there are fireworks. But are those fireworks hiding more than meets the eye? I kind of felt nothing about this book. I don't have strong feelings about it. It was a sassy, spicy romance with, a lot of miscommunication, which is just not my favourite romance trope, and a lot of it came across as kind of childish and there's nothing wrong with it as a book as a whole. I think there are better small town romances out there, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for that reason, but I don't think it's a bad book either. It's just a book, it's fine, there's nothing wrong. So I actually gave it 3 stars, which, is what it is, isn't it? It's not great, it's not fantastic. So then next I read Heartstopper Volume 3. I am rereading all of the Heartstopper books to get me prepared to read. I haven't yet read the fifth one yet, and the 6th, is it coming out this year? I'm now querying myself. But anyway, this is the third, this was the 3rd Heartstopper book. So slight spoiler, but I think everybody knows this. Now Nick and Charlie are official. We follow their journey as they begin to tell their friends and family about their relationship. All of that's mixed in with a school trip to Paris and Charlie's struggles with eating. So we join Nick and Charlie as they settle into their relationship a little bit more, and also learn a little bit more about Charlie's mental health problems. So I really enjoyed this book. I think it's a good representation of what coming out to friends and things can be like, but also because especially when you're in a relationship already, so I believe that Heartstopper Volume 6 is coming out this year, but I can't find a date for it quickly on my phone. I'm not trying that hard. I just can't find it. Is this going to tell me? Probably not. No, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to get tied into that because it's going to be a very boring bit of voiceover if I just get completely distracted trying to read. Anyhow, moving on. So yeah, love Heartstopper. There are adorable storyline. Just, yeah, subplots are perfect. And there are real issues that Nick and Charlie are dealing with. And I just think it's really nice. On to the last book that I'm going to talk about, which was A Vow So Bold and Deadly, and this is the third in a trilogy called Cursebreakers. The first one I would highly recommend and is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. The second and third I was kind of a bit meh about, which is not the best thing ever, but yeah. So we follow the characters we've already met as they prepare for war. We see attempts to repair relationships, and people work out how to rule the kingdoms. But how will the war go, and will they ever be able to defeat the real baddie of these books? I know that I was really vague in that description, but because it's the third book in a trilogy, I don't want to say more than that. But yeah, I feel like this trilogy was all over the place. First book, I think I probably gave it 4.5 stars, but it's probably a 5-star read. It's really good. The second book, absolutely terrible. It was just so bad. This book is an improvement on the second book, but it's not as good as the first. It's just kind of a bit all over the place to me. The first two books are told from 2 points, each told from 2 points of view, but 2 different people's points of view. So book 1 is Harper and Wren, and the second book is Leomara and Gray, and then the third book, the final book, is a switching between those. So it starts as Harper and Wren, and then switches to Leomara and Gray, and then goes back to Harper and Wren after a few chapters of each, which I think it worked as the third trilogy book because it stopped it. I don't know, it stopped it being too focused on one, because I think part of the problem with this second book is it did a lot of what the first book did, and this kind of went somewhat to improving that, but it just, I don't know how we were meant to feel about our characters at all. The ending was fine, it wasn't satisfying or unsatisfying, it was just fine. I really didn't feel like there was that much character growth through this book, and it was a bit underwhelming. It just felt like it was trying to undo a lot of what the second book did. Yeah. And I just think things were wrapped up too well and too quickly in the last few chapters. Yeah. I did enjoy having everyone's points of view back and understanding why things happened the way they did, but there just wasn't enough from any of the characters to make it outstanding. And as I've said, I'm not going to talk about the last book I've read, partly because I don't want to, and partly because it's a non-fiction, and I found non-fiction really hard to write anyway. But moving on to my week, because I need to get on with it, because I'm nearly finished putting down boxes, and I always chat too much. So I started my Monday with designing my scripts, probably for the week before. I do like to try and keep up with designing my scripts for this planner, because otherwise it gets too much and you have to do loads at once, and it's overwhelming. Then I cut those scripts, probably needed them for filming, because I then did my planner call with Soph, who is my bestie, and we both plan, so we have a planning call once a week, which is lovely. So I was probably printing and designing and cutting for that call. I was not having the best day, so I was a bit in my feelings, did some editing, and probably a voiceover. When Soj got home from work, we had some cuddles, and then I did some reading. Don't know what I was reading at that point, but yeah, did some reading, and then watched some Once Upon a Time. We are coming up to me finishing Once Upon a Time, I swear. It feels like we finished it ages ago, at the point at which I'm speaking, but I think we finished it in I think there's another solid week and then a half week of us watching it. Anyway, on to Tuesday, was at work in the morning and the afternoon probably, and then read Heartstopper when I came home. I read Heartstopper and the book I'm not talking about for a reading challenge, and Heartstopper, the prompt I used it for was read outside, so I sat outside and read the whole thing on this day. Then had some cuddles with Soshin, watched some Once Upon a Time, I did some editing and a voiceover. Then we started looking at some more furniture for our bathroom. We actually found the bath we really liked much cheaper on Amazon than it was from the bath place we'd seen, and it's definitely the same bath, to the point that the bathroom company delivered the bath. So we bought our tiles and our vanity unit from Easy Bathrooms, and we'd seen the bath we liked there, and we ordered it on Amazon, but it was delivered by Easy Bathrooms, which was really funny. But anyway, then we watched some more Once Upon a Time, and my parents were away at this point, so we fed their cats that evening. Probably did that several evenings, but I didn't have much marked that day, so I thought I'd put it in. On to Wednesday, I slept in the morning and had a bit of a lazy morning. Then I helped Soch destroy the bathroom, and we were making really good progress. We decided to go out to Easy Bathrooms, which is the bathroom place I've just been talking about, to have some more look, but honestly we left it a bit late because we kind of didn't realise they shut at 5. That just seemed really early, but they did, so we kind of left it too late in the day. But by the time we realised we'd left it a bit late, we were like halfway there and we were like, let's just go. And then came home, was really tired and sort of about everything, and then we watched some more Once Upon a Time. On to the Thursday, I had work, and then I'm gonna skip over the next couple of things. Then I was really struggling. I was not having a good brain day this day at all. So I just did some looking after myself and some resting, which I just mark as self-care in my planner. So did that. Then watched some more Once Upon a Time and had an early night into bed just to try and sort of make things feel a bit better. Moving on to the Friday, I was at work again. I then went for a walk when I got home from work. Try saying that 5 times fast. See, now I feel like I'm really ahead of myself. So what have I done? I feel, to be fair, I'm kind of flying through this week. I'm talking really fast, and I know I'm talking really fast, so I apologise if it's too fast. Maybe I just need to breathe and slow down a little bit and talk a bit slower. But also, that's not me. I run at 500 miles an hour all of the time. Anyway, after work I went for a walk, that's what I'm really saying, and then I did some reading. I then did some odd jobs just around the house, and probably my routine bits, things like Headspace, Duolingo, that kind of thing. Then I spent some time planning in my off-camera planner, which was really lovely, and watched some more Once Upon a Time. On to Saturday, where we have a day extender. I did some odd jobs in the morning. Normally what I mean by odd jobs is either little bits around the house, like emptying the dishwasher and stuff like that, or little jobs that I do every day, things like Duolingo, Headspace, that sort of thing. It's kind of replaced morning routine for me because I don't do all of those things first thing in the morning necessarily anymore. I sort of do them as and when. To be honest, what I generally do is I roll a dice to decide what to do on my to-do list because I am a child and gamifying things works well for me, and probably I have ADHD, so gamifying things works well for me. Anyway, then I filmed a plan with me and I talked to Soch quite a lot about the bathroom, and we made decisions about what we were ordering and things. We actually at this point decided we were going to order a corner toilet because we basically moved everything except the bath in our bathroom, which is why it's taking so long to do, because basically we have to have moved all of the piping, but we're also making it into a wet room and installing underfloor heating. The problem with which is that you have to have a slight slope for being a wet room. It only has to be 1 centimetre per metre. So our bathroom is about 2 metres by 2 metres ish. It's a bit bigger than that, but it's roughly that size. So we've had to, we're having to put in a slope. Then it says for a wet room and for wet underfloor heating in a bathroom to reinforce your floor if it's on a second floor landing, because your tiles and stuff are going to be heavy. So we've had to move all of the pipes and add in more pipes because we're making our sink was a single sink and we're making it into a double sink, and rather than just moving the pipes because we'd have to move them really far, we've broken off from the bath input, but then we're putting them in the wall, so we then needed to split them as well. So it's been a big job. So yeah, we've literally moved, and we're installing a bidet attachment which needs hot and cold water in as well, because anyway, I should need to get back to this. So we talked about the bathroom, then I did some reading, then we went to York to order our bathroom. So she wanted me to go with him rather than him just going, so we went together and we went and bought our bathroom, which was very exciting. We went and did some shopping because there were big supermarkets there while we were there. Then when I came home, I went for a walk, did some editing and watched some more Once Upon a Time. On to Sunday, I slept quite badly, so I just put in I can't sleep. Then I filmed a plan with me, had some cuddles with my hubby band, recorded a voiceover for a video. I've still got all the scripts put in it. I was really confused what was going on. I suspect when I was filming this video, the scripts were cutting. I suspect that's what was going on. I don't know though, but that is my suspicion. Anyway, So yeah, recorded a voiceover, and then I found a possible new car. We've been looking for a new car for me, no joke, for about 2.5 years. So the year that Soch moved into my parents' house, no, like 4 years. The year that Soch moved into my parents' house was 2020. Is that even right? No, we bought this house in 2019. He moved into my parents' house. We went on a holiday that year, just in the UK together, and while we were on that, my car had an MOT, and like the person that did that MOT was like, I've probably got 12 months left, I probably would get a new car before its next MOT. We've only just replaced it, and we're still driving my old car as well. I'm actually driving my old car more than my new car at the moment. But anyway, this is the day we found my new car, and oh my god, I've blabbered for so long, I'm running out of time again. Then did some tidying / cleaning, read a bit, was feeling lethargic, filmed another plan with me, did some Lego building, and played Once Upon a Time. And watched Once Upon a Time, that one. Those were my leftovers. I don't know how I always manage to be in a rush at the end of a video, but I do. So that is it for this video. Comment, like down below, all that kind of jazz, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!